Okay,
Okay.
recording is on, everybody. We don't see everybody.
Where is everyone? We can't see your faces. Please
Oh,
turn on
look at
your video.
Logan. He's
Hi,
showing the
Ivy.
top.
Logan, yeah. Ella. Yeah,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, it's Jason is here. It's his birthday. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
Jason.
Jason.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we have Chin here. Hello, Chin.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, looks like, oh, hello, Kito. Okay, all right. So we have 2 more minutes. We have some friends that are having a little bit of trouble getting in. So kung may mga friends kayo that are joining, maybe you can remind them or message them. Hello, Rinka. Hello, Asha. Okay. Also, may we request everyone to put their names, their actual names on the link. It looks like some of the links that we had sent you was from another person and we have double names. Okay. Hi, Clara. Okay. All right.
Okay, everyone, I will ask you to be prepared something for everybody so that you can view it properly in your screen. So I would automatically mute everybody's audio for the meantime so that you can see it in your screen because if you turn it on, everybody appears. So I hope you don't mind. I'll just mute everybody first. Be starting now. It's already 4 o'clock.
Okay. Let's give it to Kuya Brian. Let's give it 2 more minutes. There are some people that still want to enter. I hope that's okay with everyone.
Charisse, on your call, on your signal, okay, Elena. Oh, the turnout is pretty good. Wow, it's great, great to see. Touchy. Most of them very young. So maybe
Hi, Brian. You're not on mute.
Sorry. Sorry. Because I'm chatting with Kuya Bodjie because looking at the faces in this room, very young, and I'm not sure if it's appropriate that we talk about certain subjects. That's why, just being careful about. No?
Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Kuya Brian.
Sorry,
Hello,
guys.
Mark. Hello, Pia.
Sandra's already coming. Yeah, Sandra's coming. Wow.
Hello, Ate Sandra. Thank you for joining us.
Hi.
Hello.
Excited for this.
Thank you. All right. So, okay, 1 more minute before we start. Ang rami pa nag-enter. Wow.
Yeah, I think we have to wait for everybody.
Okay, so for those of you that just entered, you can turn on your video para makita namin yung mga faces ninyo and we can interface for our very first book club. And also, please retype if it's not your name, if you're using your mom or your dad's name, you can put your actual name. And then kung may questions kayo mamaya, we have a question and answer portion, pero you can also type in the chat box. I know all of the kids here, magaling na sila mag-type sa Zoom because of school. But this is not going to be like school. This is more fun. Okay. All right. Okay, Brian, so are you ready to start?
There's still people coming in.
There's
Now
still people coming. Okay, a few more minutes,
few more minutes, guys. Now I'm asking for your patience because people are starting to log in. We're 39 now. No, we didn't expect this many people will be responding, but it's great now to see everybody here.
Yeah. Yay!
The first time to do this, so You know, it's
First
just
time,
great.
hi Luis. Hi Dorothy.
Hi everyone. Kamusta?
Hi Mel. Okay, to remind everyone again, this video is being recorded and it was sent to you via email, and we will be uploading this on our Facebook and social media at a later time. Okay, so this one is not streamed live now, but we will have a recording and upload it later on. Okay, so let's start. Maybe Brian, are there people entering still?
I think we're ready, no?
Okay.
Everybody, we prepared like a video, no, just to formally open. So better to turn off your or put your audio on mute and disappear for the meantime in your video. No, turn it off first so that you can see the screen, and we'll be showing you our small presentation before we start.
Brian, not that video, the OBB video.
Yep.
Okay. Okay,
Sorry.
great. Okay, may I request everyone to turn on their videos? Yay! Okay, so magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. I'm very excited. My name is Charisse Aquino Tugade and I'm the Executive Director of the National Book Development Board or NBDB. So, actually, I'm very, very excited. It is our first ever book club for the entire country. And we are so glad that all of you are here today. Okay, yay! All right. So, first things first, napakaswerte namin na ang una namin host ay isa sa mga pinakamahusay na storyteller sa buong Pilipinas. Okay? Isang karangalan na makasama namin si Kuya Bodjie Pascua ngayon at sa mga susunod na Sabado. Excited na kaming magbasa at makipagkwentuhan sa kanya tungkol sa mga napili niyang libro. Okay, so I want to introduce him first for those of you that don't know Kuya Bodjie. Okay, so si Kuya Bodjie Pascua ay isang multi-awarded actor na may halos 50 taon experience sa television, film, and theater. If you go to Quezon City, there is a theater a group called PETA. So he has a lot of plays there before COVID and maybe after as well. Okay, so kilala siya ng maraming bilang host ng Batibot. Isa sa mga pinaka-iconic na children's educational programs. So when I was growing up, I used to watch him all the time. And then later, I used to watch him in all the theater plays. So naging bahagi na siya ng lampas sa 200 musical and non-musical productions, pati na rin mga TV shows and mga pelikula. Isa rin siyang singer and voice actor sa mga commercials at documentaries. So patuloy na nagtatrabaho si Kuya Bodjie bilang actor at storyteller at ikinagagalak ko na magkakwentuhan natin siya na yon at sa mga susunod na Sabado tungkol sa kanyang mga paboritong coming of age stories. Okay, so excited na ba kayo to meet Kuya Bodjie? Yay! All right, and are you all excited? Did you all read your book? Chapter 1 to 18. Okay, all right. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you to our storyteller and book club reader leader, Kuya Bodjie Pascua.
Magandang hapon. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtanggap. At maraming salamat din at dumalo kayong lahat sa hapong ito. I'm so glad to see very young faces and some not so young faces, mga bata at nagpapanggap na bata. Tayo lahat ay welcome sa hapong ito. Sana kahit na hindi tayo magkatabi, kahit hindi tayo magkalapit, sana magkalapit ang ating mga isipan, ang ating mga puso tungkol sa kaligayahan ng pagbabasa. At sana marinig, kung may panahon, sana marinig namin kayong lahat. No? Hindi ito, dahil ako ang mamumuno sa talakayan, it doesn't mean that I will be doing all the talking. I hope that you will be doing all the talking. Nais naming marinig yung mga boses ninyo about the book and about reading. Maybe about your life, if there's space for us to ask about what you're doing in relation to the story that we've read or we're in the process of reading. Kaya sana mag-enjoy tayong lahat. Dahil sana nakakain na kayo, sana nakapahinga na kayo, pero sana para makiliti ang ating mga isipan at dahil gusto nating marinig ang inyong mga damdamin, we would like to start. Gusto namin magsimula sa isang fun survey. Sana meron tayong, magbibigay ako ng multiple choice questions. Okay? Tungkol sa pagbabasa. Pero ang kaibahan nito, ang pagsagot ninyo ay sa pamamagitan ng pagkilos. So, ang choices natin ay 3. Bawat tanong may choice na either A, B, or C. Answer A, answer B, or answer C. Pero hindi natin sasabihin A. Sasabihin natin, pag A yung sagot natin, meron tayo pwedeng puso, pwedeng puso, no? pwedeng puso. Okay, yun ang A. Pag B, sabihin natin, okay. O kaya, okay. Kita niyo ba ako? Saan malapit? Pag C, magpa-party tayo. Yay! O, subukan natin. Paano hindi ko kasi nakikita lahat eh. Teka, sana makita ko lahat. Magbukas kayo ng ano nyo. Ayan. Para masaya. Kakakitaan tayo. Sige. Paano nga pag letter A ang sagot? Yan. Paano pag letter B? Kaya, paano pag letter C? Party, party! Sige. Handa na ba tayo? Okay. Ang aking unang katanungan, nitong panahon ng pandemya, nasa loob tayo ng bahay. Paano natin inaliw ang ating sarili? Tayo ba ay A? Magbibigay ko ng signal pag sasagot na tayo ha. Bibilang ko ng 1, 2, 3. Pero pakinggan niyo muna kung ano yung mga sagot. A. Ako ba ay nanood ng Netflix maghapon? B. Ako ba ay nagbasa ng mga libro? O C. Pareho, nanood ako ng Netflix at nagbasa ng libro. Ready, get set, go! Tignan nga natin. Ay, naku, nawala yung picture ko. Sandali, paano ba to? Brian. Ayun, nakita ko na kayo. Yes, okay. Second question. So marami pa rin nagbabasa kahit paano, no? Kahit yung nagne-Netflix tayo. Second question. Pag nagbabasa tayo ba ay nagbabasa pa ng printed book, letter A, or B, gumagamit na ba tayo ng e-book o mga ano ba tawag dyan, mga e-readers? O C, both of the above, A and B. So ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Tignan nga. A, yung nagbabasa pa ng printed book. Uy, merong printed book. B, pag nagbabasa ng e-books. Mas madami ang nagbabasa ng librong printed. That's nice. Kasi mas konektado tayo pag hinahawakan natin yung librong hawak-hawak natin, o yung papel, yung amoy niya. Okay. Pangatlong katanungan. Anong paborito nating genre? Ito ba ay A, fiction, B, non-fiction, or C, pareho, both? Ready? Get set? Answer! Uy, si Logan nagpa-party? Si Kay, ano ba ginagawa ni Kay? Ay, fiction. Okay. Marami ang mas gusto ang fiction. Yung mga kwento. Huling katanungan. Ang pagbabasa ba ay para sa pleasure, A, o para ba sa pagtatrabaho, B, o C, both of the above, for pleasure and for work? Ready? Get set, go! Ay, mas madami ang pleasure. At walang work. No, walang work. Okay, that's nice. That's nice to know. Kasi the reason why, ang dahilan kaya ako nagtatanong kasi pakiramdam ko marami na nakakalimot sa pagbabasa, sa halaga ng pagbabasa. At natutuwa ako na marami pa rin sa atin ang mahilig magbasa. At itong hapon na ito ay para pagdiwang natin ang pagbabasa, lalo na ng isang aklat na sabi nga ni Charis ay paborito ko. Bone Talk, sinulat ni Candy Gourlay. Ayan, pinapakita ni Clara Victoria yung kanyang libro. Siguro, nabasa niyo na siguro kung sino si Candy Gourlay, no? But just the same, I would like to read part of her biography, brief biography sa likod ng libro. Growing up in the Philippines, lumaki sa Pilipinas, si Candy Gourlay ni Kimpo, o yung kanyang maiden name ay Kimpo, wondered why all the books she'd ever loved didn't resemble her steamy tropical home in Manila. Bakit lahat ng librong binabasa niya tungkol sa ibang bansa at wala siya nababasa tungkol sa Maynila? As a result, it took her years to fulfill her dreams of becoming an author and years to learn that Filipino stories too belong in the pages of books. And she's been writing award-winning books about yung mga tungkol sa mga karanasan ng mga bata dito sa Pilipinas. At isa na nga dito yung Bone Talk. At kakaiba ang Bone Talk kasi ang setting nito ay 1899, bago pa tayo lahat pinanganak, sa isang pook na ang sa hilagang Pilipinas, north of Luzon, north of the Philippines, sa Cordillera Range, no, sa bundok ng mga sa bulubundukin ng Cordillera in the north. Lumaki siya sa tribo ng mga Bontok at ang pangalan niya ay, sabay-sabay natin sabihin.
Samkan.
Good. Nasabi nga kanina no na it's a coming of age tale. Para siguro makiliti yung isipan natin, para magkaroon tayo ng malangisan yung ating pag-iisip at yung ating pagsasalita. Gusto kong simulan ang ating pag-uusap tungkol sa paano niyo ba naiintindihan yung salitang coming of age. No? Sa Pilipinas, sa mga Pilipino, kung isasalin natin ng literal, if we translate it literally, pagdating sa gulang o pagdating sa edad. Pero ang mga Pilipino, merong kasabihang tumutuntong tayo sa hustong gulang. We step parang we're climbing up the stairs or a ladder, and then when we reach the top, nakatungtong na tayo doon sa ating hustong gulang at the right age. What does that mean for you? Ano ibig sabihin, lalo na sa mga, siguro magsimula tayo sa mga nakakatanda. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng, kasi halimbawa doon sa ating librong Bone Talk, yung dalawang bata doon, lalo na si Samkad, hot na hot siya. Dahil nasabihan siya that you are ready for the cut. No? Pwede na ba natin pag-usapan yun with little kids around? But siguro the parents can explain later on. They've read the book. No? I grew up in a culture na maliit pa lang ako, tuli ka na ba? Ay, support, no? Until para merong pressure to undergo circumcision sa mga lalaki. Hindi ko alam sa mga babae, no? Meron siguro silang ibang physical marker bilang tanda ng lipunan na ikaw, you have come of age. No? Matanda ka na, pwede ka nang lumaki, you can grow up now. Sa inyo, anong mga kung hindi wala doon sa rules kanina, kung gusto niyo magbahagi, if you want to share, please raise your hand. So pwede namin kayong tawagin. At tapos pwede kayong magbahagi in Filipino, in Tagalog, or in English or Taglish. Basta ang mahalaga rito, magkaintindihan tayo. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng coming of age? No? Usually it's defined as a transition from childhood to adulthood, mula bata hanggang matanda. No? Doon sa mga kung sino magtaas kayo ng kamay, meron ba kayo nakikita? Doon sa mga bata
Sir,
naman,
how? Sir, how? Jow or how? No,
go. Hindi ko siya makita, but
how Padua. No?
Go.
Maybe you can turn on your mic and yeah.
I'm sorry, my Filipino so bad. During the old days, manhood meant the time when you were able to carry a spear and the shield, and you could fight for your nation. When it was manhood, you were sometimes conscripted to fight in military service. So during this time, it seems that manhood means, I can carry a shield and spear now. I'm not just a child that exists and is helping around, doing, chores.
Hindi ko siya nakita. Palipat-lipat ako ng pahina. Hindi ko siya nakita.
Sir, I'll turn off yung spotlight niyo kasi I think it has something to do with putting you on a pin. No? I'll remove the pin so that you can see everybody. No?
Okay.
I'll just remove the
thank
spotlight.
you for that answer, Jao. How do we pronounce your name? Paano na mabibigkasin ng pangalan?
It's pronounced Jao, not how. It's Jao.
Jao. Okay. Jao is how we pronounce your name, right? Okay. So ang kinukwento mo ay yung bahagi na nabasa mo doon sa libro, no? Yung panahon na sibat at saka kalasag yung hawak ng mga ating mga mandirigma, ang ating warriors. Um, um, pero ngayon, ikaw how? Hindi pa rin kita nakikita how. What
Sure.
is
Yeah.
yes? What
Sorry
should
to
I do?
interrupt. You can press the on the upper right side po yung view, and so that you can see everybody. And there's a gallery view there, sir, so that you can see
Gallery.
everybody. Yes, sir.
Okay. I pressed gallery and wait, 3 of 3, 2 of 3. Asan si how? Jiao. 1 of 3. I'm so technically.
Now, can you raise your hand lang so that Kuya Bodjie can see you? Yeah, Jao, could you please raise your hand? Yeah, I think yeah.
Anyway, sige. How old are you, Jiao?
12.
Oh, you're 12. Okay. So wait, you're 12 years old. So how do you imagine being grown up? How would grown up? How would being grown up feel like? How would it be like for you? What is your ideally? How do you see yourself as a grown up, as an adult?
I really don't know. I've not like had, unlike many others, I never had like a dream job.
Uh-huh.
I never necessarily I never think about being an adult, but
Oh.
I do think that being an adult comes with like lots of responsibilities, and ideally I would be able to manage with those responsibilities.
Okay. Cool. How about the thank you, Jiao. So for Jiao, being an adult or growing up means taking on responsibility. Sa iba, siguro isang medyo may gulang na.
How about from the adults? We will
Yes.
call
What
upon
was
you,
your experience like growing
Miss
up?
Ivy, Miss Chris.
Baka makatulong sa pagtingin natin doon sa librong binasa natin at makatulong sa ibang mga kabataan, no? Para paano nila titignan din yung puntong yun. Paano ba tayo tumanda, di ba?
Okay, so Irene and Ella is raising their hand, and I think Ivy, do you wish to answer also?
Sige. I still can't see any of them. Sige.
Yeah.
Sige,
Should I go first? Okay. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Ivy.
You see me. Hi, Kuya Bodjie. Hi, Brian. Okay, so when I was in the process of growing up during college days, I was reading about also coming of age stories. When I was younger, I thought that coming of age stories are related to sexual awakening. Right? It's all about leaving behind your innocence and entering that sphere, because part of adulthood is starting a family, and that's your road to that. You have to be awakened in some sense into that area, but and I guess that's part of the cut. That's one of the first step for our Filipino culture, the cut. And of course, for the girls, it's the menstrual cycle. That's our entry naman to adulthood. Eventually, it's more of like the concept of adulthood is no longer about just sexual awakening, but also about, as Zhao mentioned earlier, the responsibilities of adulthood, that you're no longer just gonna be playing. You're not just gonna be eating in the morning, lunch, dinner. There are other things that will occupy your mind. So parang baligtad naman ako. Si Zhao, una niya na naisip yung responsibility ako medyo nauna yung concept ng sexual awakening for the coming of age. And then, nung adult na ako, ito pala yung totoong pinasok na adulthood.
Okay. Thank you, Ivy. Pero siguro gusto ko rin sabihin na yung pagkawala ng innocence hindi lang sa in terms of sexual awakening, yung
Yes.
'di ba, yung loss of innocence mo about
Maybe death, maybe
about
yes, maybe an encounter with death, an encounter with adult stuff, adult responsibility that we were shielded from when we were younger.
or the existence of evil or the
Yes.
Okay. Sige, thank you. Siguro sapat na 'yon, ano? Kasi yun nga, sabi natin na siguro pumunta na tayo doon sa mga tauhan natin, no, sa bone talk. Let's go to the characters we discovered or we're still trying to get to know. I don't know how far into the book you are sa bone talk, no. Ano yung kanilang merong tanong dito kasi may tanong si Candy dito sa libro, sa likod ng libro, sabi niya when Samkad was told he was going to get the cut, Luki said, si Luki, I love little Luki. Mamaya pag-usapan natin si little Luki. What were the ancients thinking? You're too young. So ito si Luki, kausap si Samkad. You're too short to carry a shield. You're smaller even than a wild boar. How are you supposed to spear one? And look at your arms. They're like twigs. Sabi ni Candy, yung author natin, what did Luki feel about Samkad becoming a man? What does this reveal about Luki herself? What did Samkad and Luki think becoming a man was all about? No, si Samkad at si Luki, anong tingin nila, no, sa siguro tanong ko muna sa inyo. Bago tayo pumunta ron, sinong nagustuhan ninyo sa mga characters from chapter 1 to 18? Sino ang pinaka-paborito ninyo? Let me hear the younger one siguro.
Yeah, guys, go ahead. No, you can speak up. Yeah. Please go ahead. No? I see Logan raising her hand.
The dog's so cute, sabi ni Ella. Sino pa? Who are raising their hands? Sino ang tataas ng kamay? Sino ang paborito ninyong character? Sino? Si Dorothy, nagtataas ba ng kamay? At bakit? Samkad and his father, sabi ni Len. O sige, Len, asan si Len? Bakit?
Len.
Bakit? Yun si Len. Hi, Len. Sige.
Hello po. Good afternoon, everyone.
Bakit mo paborito si Samkad at saka yung tatay niya?
Si Samkad po kasi I saw the development from his childhood and yung pagiging naive niya when he was young as he was growing up para makuha nga yung cut na tinatawag. I like the development of him. Same with his father na despite na yung culture nila or yung tradition nila is very strict and talagang sinusunod nila, there is still warmth in the middle of those. So siya, parang balance yung approach niya as a father to Samkad in the same way with approaching din yung culture nila on how he introduces it to him. Yun po.
Balanse ng yung warmth kay Samkad. Bakit kailangan ba ng coldness pag when dealing with the culture? Maybe the coldness is the wrong word. Bakit kailangan balanse ni Samkad Senior yung dalawang yun?
Kasi po, siguro halimbawa kapag pinalaki ka na super strict yung environment mo, there's a tendency na you look for warmth, which is not present. So,
okay.
In that way, naging maganda yung relationship nila until he grows up. Ayun po.
Sige. Gusto ko i-post sa iba, no? Especially the younger ones. Meron bang flaw? O meron bang flaw sa Tagalog? Meron bang pagkukulang? Pagkukulang sa pagkatao ni Samkad, ng ating bida. Si Samkad yung bida natin, yung main character. Sa kanya nakafocus yung kwento. Meron bang pagkukulang sa kanya? Did you find anything wrong with his character? How about I want to hear from the younger ones, the real young ones. Sige, sige. Anybody?
And there is
Now I see Jao. Who else?
Go rin na.
Sa chat box ba may sumasagot?
Go rin.
Samkad, ayun, sabi ni Monique, Samkad was proud. Ito pala dapat, naiinis ako minsan kay Samkad kasi minsan lagi niyang inaaway si Lucky. Okay? Sige, asa na si Ella? Samkad is sometimes lying to protect. Sige, gusto ko marinig si Monique. Asa na si Monique? Monique na Torres. Parinig nga yung magandang tinig, Monique. Ano ibig mo sabihin Samkad was proud?
I think he was proud because, well, of course, I got the vibe that he's becoming a man and protecting the village over everything else. He even got Loki upset, and I don't know if this matters much because I think I got offended when he kicked Chuka.
You got offended when he kicked who?
Chuka.
Si Chuka. Sinipa niya si Chuka. Okay. Okay. Tapos sino yung pangalawa? Thank you that was Ella.
We have Renee.
Sige, Renee. Where's Renee? I like all the characters. Sige. Pero siguro I want to hear about Samkad. Samkad is sometimes lying to protect. Llewellyn, Lee, Victor. Ay, teka. Rene Antonio Salcedo is raising his hand. Sige, si Rene na lang muna. Sorry, hindi ko nakikita kayo lahat eh. Sorry.
So what do you think of Samkad?
Samkad is too obsessed in becoming a man.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Oh, that's a good observation.
Okay. So what do you mean obsessed?
What do you mean obsessed?
He wants to become a man.
Oh, yes. But let me read a part. We may be running out of time, but let me see. Page 31. No. This is the wrong page. Teka ha. 13. Sabi niya, now here si Samkad was saying, here I was accepting the greatest honor a boy was entitled to receive, meaning getting the cut, the greatest honor. Tapos he was so angry at his dad kasi 'di ba parang imbis na matuloy yung kanyang yung pagtaba sa kanya, yung pagtuli sa kanya, pumalpak yung tatay niya kasi merong ahas na gumapang, tapos akala nung tatay niya tutukain siya, di ba? Nandun sila, okay, lagyan natin yung setting muna. Nandun sila sa Tree of Bones. The Tree of Bones, yun yung kanilang parang altar, the shrine in their village, outside of their village, where they offer sacrifices to their ancestors as a form of prayer, as a form of sacrifice. Parang pag nagdadasal tayo dito, meron tayong hinihiling. Yung mga magulang, I remember my parents would naglalakad ng paluhod ng ganyan. Ito para to request God or the patron saints for what they want, no? Dito nandun sila sa Tree of Bones. Nag-aalay sila kasi gusto nilang maganda yung pagtuli sa kanya para maging ganap na lalaki siya. Merong ahas na tutuka sa kanya. Biglang humugot ng tatay niya yung kanyang itak, tapos pinatay yung ahas. Nung nire-reportan nila sa ancients, hindi masabi ng tatay niya na pinatay niya yung ahas because the snakes are very sacred, no, sa kanilang because merong binibigay na portent, no, merong pahiwatig na pwedeng mangyari sa iyo, etc., etc. So long story short, hindi natuloy yung pagtuli sa kanya. Galit na galit siya sa tatay niya. Hindi niya mapatawad yung tatay niya. So, dahil hindi niya nakuha yung gusto niya, hindi niya mapatawad yung tatay niya kahit na sabi ng tatay niya, I tried to save your life, son. So, asa na yung kausap ko kaninang bata, si Rene. Is that a sign of his obsession na hindi ko papatawarin si tatay kasi napigilan yung pagiging lalaki ko kasi nga hindi ako natuli agad dahil sa kanya. Yes, Rene. Hindi
ulit daw po, Kuya Bodjie.
Nakataas yung kamay ni Jao. Ano?
Jao raised his hand also. Are you still there, Jao? Yeah, he raised his hand.
I believe that his father killing the snake shows that he really cares for Samkad. But unfortunately, because Samkad is a child, he gets actually angry at his father, even though his father saved his life. And Samkad doesn't realize that there are many other ways for someone to become a man, not just getting circumcised.
Wow, good answer, Jao. I saw. Thank you, Jao. I saw another hand being raised kanina. Nalilito ko dito sa multi-screen na ito, Diyos ko. Lumalabas yung aking edad.
Kuya Bodjie, we can ask them to raise their hand virtually, no? There are like
nakikita ko kanina, there was a virtual hand that was raised. Well, anyway, ayun. Sige.
Okay, Mel Remorca raised her hand. Mel, hi.
Kilala ko yan.
Yeah, can I see your video po, ma'am? Yes. Hi.
Sorry po, medyo mahirap po kasi pag may video, so
Ay, okay, sige po.
Sa unmute na lang po.
Okay lang
I guess from the point of view of somebody who's older already. Okay, I heard what Jao said about, the boy was Samkad was sort of like angry about the interference of his father doon sa pagpatay ng snake. Pero from the point of view of somebody who's older now, I guess when you see it in a bigger perspective, parang mas magpapasalamat ka pa na somebody intervened to save your life or to do something for you. That is from the point of view of someone older. Kasi kumbaga, for someone older, you don't just see the things that are just for the moment, just for the now, but you see it in a bigger picture. So ganun po. Okay.
Aha. So napaliwanag din naman kasi Joe kanina because he was a child, no? Hindi niya nakita. Sige. Sige, pumunta na tayo 4:41 na. Siguro well, tanong lang, would you consider that a flaw? Would you consider that a sige, binigyan tayo kasi ng palatandaan ng manunulat, no? The writer gave us a clue with how she titled or tama ba entitled, kung paano niya binigyan ng pamagat yung mga bahagi ng libro. No? She divided it into 3 parts. The first part said how to be a boy. Yung second part ay how to know nothing. Paano yung wala kang alam. No? Yung pangatlo ay how to be a man. So dito, binigyan na tayo ng palatandaan ng manunulat na siguro itong paglalakbay nato yung karakter ni Samkad, yung journey ni Samkad is from being a boy to being a man. Tapos sa bahagi sa kalagitnaan ng buhay nung journey na yon sa panahon na wala siyang alam, no? So siguro ito yung mga bagay na kailangan niyang harapin para from being a boy, kailangan niya maging a man, no? Maging isang lalaki. Mula sa batang lalaki, paano maging isang tunay na lalaki o lalaki. Si Llewellyn kanina, merong nagtataas ng kamay. Meron ka pa bang gustong sabihin, Llewellyn? Wala na. Sige. Meron pang gustong sabihin, iba?
Everyone, it would be great if we can see everybody in the screen so that, because again, we're trying to, because these are kids and I just want to see who's in the group, no? So I hope you don't mind that I see everybody's faces. Otherwise, I have to remove you from the from this meeting area, no? I hope you understand because we have kids around, so I'd like to see your faces, guys. Thank you.
Okay. Sige. Siguro in order for Samkat to get a cut, his brother Kenyon needs to get cut as well because there's a bond between the two brothers. Sige, let's getting ahead of the story. He blamed his dad for the postponement of the cut. He also did not inform his dad right away of the mangili found in the paddies, who eventually turned out to be a lowlander soldier in hiding. Sige. Let's talk about that later. Siguro gusto ko lang maikli lang, no? Sa mga babae, no? Sa mga babae sa ating the girls. How do you see or how do you find little Luki? Dun sa girls as a character. Yeah, is that Krisha or Athena raising her hand? Sige, go ahead.
Hello po. Can
Hello.
you hear me? Can you hear me po?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah,
Ikaw
I'm
ba si
Krisha
Krisha o si
po.
Athena?
I'm Krisha po. This is Athena. Hi.
Hi.
Ano po, for me po, Little Luki, actually, I can somehow relate to her kasi sobrang lakas din po ni Little Luki. I mean, she wants to become a man kasi po she's like a girl. So, parang there was a time in the story where she wore a man's clothes, a boy's clothes. And then they
Beach
actually,
Mm.
yes po, they actually they actually got mad at her for doing that. So, yun po. That's what I think of. She's more man-like, manly somehow.
But why do you say you identified with her?
Ano po?
Siguro gusto ko rin lang linawin, no, yung parang not exactly she wants to be a man, but she wants to be a warrior.
Yes
or,
po, warrior.
Like oo. Pero sige.
Like that po.
Ganyan ka, Athena?
Krisha po.
Krisha, I'm sorry.
Actually, medyo nakaka-relate lang po. Pero like, getting into character, she actually seems more stronger. And
She's independent.
Mas courageous po siya. Kasi, yun po, mas courageous. Siya nga po nag-encourage kay Samkad to kill a manggili or kill a boar. That's how she displays her strength.
Meron kasing gustong quote from her. Sandali lang, Logan. I'll call you next. Page 35. Kakalito na to. Sam, you don't need a stupid ceremony. This is Luki talking, little Luki. You don't need a stupid ceremony to become a man. If you want to become a man, then you should just be one. Hey, I scoffed, Samkad. Be a man? What is that supposed to mean? I need the ancients to make it official. Nobody will call me a man without their say-so. She grabbed me by the shoulders. Luki grabbed Samkad by the shoulders. You just need to do something so manly they will have no choice but to treat you like one. Do what a man does and they will call you a man. So, and what thing is this that I should do? There are lots of things that make a man, sabi ni Luki. Fight a war, kill a wild boar, kill a mangili. Well, sabagay may question din about yun nga ba ang requirement natin para maging man, no? Sige. Si Logan.
I find Luki stubborn and forceful. Even if it's good, she's very forceful.
She's very forceful.
Yes, like when she told Samkad to him tell his father about the mang, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Mangili.
Mangili.
Yes.
Samkad wouldn't listen.
Sorry, Logan, I didn't catch the last.
I find Luki very stubborn.
Aha, okay. So, to you, to Logan, to you, is that a negative? Is that being stubborn is not a nice trait, a nice characteristics for Luki to have?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. Okay. Why? Why are you
I
not
don't
sure?
know. I don't know.
Maybe because sometimes positive things come out of her stubbornness, no? Even if
Yes.
it's okay.
Yes.
Anybody else? Thank you, Logan. Good answer. Um, from Llewellyn Lee Victor. Sorry, I'm not able to catch everything you're saying, but Llewellyn just said all characters have development. In my opinion, in my opinion, I think it's character development. I think Loki envy some Cad for being a man. Ayun. Siguro, may time pa. Yung, bakit sila laging nag-aaway sa palagay ninyo? No? Jealousy lang ba? Yung nga, sabi rin ni Krisha kanina, gusto niya maging lalaki. No? Kahit ako, medyo nag-object ako doon. No? If you go further into the story, you'll find out why she was behaving that way. But bakit kaya sila laging nag-aaway sa palagay ninyo? Kayo ba meron kayong kaibigan na gano'n? Yung away bate. Yung parati kayo best friend kayo pero maya nagbababag kayo. Ikaw kasi ganyan-ganyan ka Ay hindi, pangit ka. Hindi. Diba? Tapos mamaya bati na naman kayo, masaya na naman kayo, tawanan na naman kayo. Diba? Magkasama kayo sa... meron kayong kaibigan gano'n? The kids. Si Luis is nodding her head. Sige, Luis.
Yes, I have friends like, yes, in some ways I'm like Luki with my friends sometimes. And we argue because sometimes sometimes it's the truth. You don't want to admit it, but what your friend is saying is the truth. So that's usually the source of the argument. And it's so hard to convince someone that I just care for you, I'm just telling you the truth. So I'm telling you the truth because I care for you. But it seems like some cat doesn't always get that. So that's why they always fight.
So sometimes your pride gets in the way of your friendship or the reality of what the friendship is all about. No, but the friendship remains, the caring remains, but somehow when pride gets involved, you tend to get on each other's nerves. Hindi, mali ka eh, taka-taka ka eh. You start blaming each other. Sige. From the characters, siguro yung one last, no, yung we still have time. Sa bagay medyo na-mention na kanina yung tatay, no, na so si Samkad Senior, siya yung pinaka magaling na mandirigma, no. He's recognized as the best warrior in the tribe, in the Bontoc tribe. Pero pagkaharap niya yung anak niya, no, si Samkad Jr., and when Samkad starts being bad-tempered, medyo may temper si Samkad di ba? Mainitin yung ulo, yung madaling magalit, madaling mapikon, ganyan. Madaling manisi, sarili lang yung iniisip minsan. Tumitiklop si tatay, nagbibigay. Yun, kahit na siya yung warrior, no? Bakit kaya anong tingin niyo sa mga tatay na ganoon? What do you think of they have meron silang pinapakitang, 'di ba, sa labas matapang matatag, no? Pero pag yung kaharap na yung pagkaharap na yung the reason why I'm asking this will have a bearing on a development in the story later on, no? Pagkaharap ng anak niya, yung mga mahal niya sa buhay, medyo lumalambot siya sa loob, no? Meron ba kayong kakilalang ganun? Tatay niyo ba ganun? Nanay niyo ganun? Kayo ba ganun? Ay, matapang ako. Pero pagkaharap na yung pag nasaktan na yung mahal niya sa buhay, naku, yung anak ko. Yung iba, yung hindi pa natin naririnig. Kito, gusto mo magsalita? Do you know anybody like that, Kito? Ayaw mo? Sa mga thunders, do I see any raised hand? Sige, anyway, nakikita natin, sige, 7 minutes to go. Baka magpas tayo ng konti. So, nakikita natin yung paano ba sabihin ng dynamics ng relationship, no, sa kwento, yung push and pull, no, yung bigayan, yung bigay at saka pagbawi ng mga damdamin para sa isa't isa, no? At kung paano pumapasok yung personality natin, kung mayabang ka o kung stubborn ka, hindi ba? Minsan it adds spice, giging mas interesting yung ating relationship, at natututo rin tayo. Kaya nakakatulong din sa pagpapasarap, no, ng relationship. Sige, punta na tayo sa may mga nagbanggit na ng dalawang pangyayari, no? Yung isa yung pagpatay dun sa ahas ng tatay ni Samkad, at yung isa yung hindi sinabi ni Samkad na meron siyang naka-engkwentrong mangili nung nandoon siya sa Second Valley, no? Na bakit ba why was it important for the people in the tribe to know that he encountered mangili while in the Second Valley, so medyo away from the center of the village? Why did they initially feel na kailangan natin sabihin merong mangili? Sinong gustong sumagot? Mahalaga ba yun? At ano yung ginawa niya? Sabi nga nung isa kanina, hindi niya from Ivy Cristina League, their tribe might be in danger. One mangili can kill a lot of people. Meron pang kanina, sagot yung kanina ni Len, doon sa tanong kanina, Samkad is a reminder of his late wife. Oo nga naman. It's another topic that we were not able to talk about. But sige, punta na tayo dun sa mangili. Later on, siguro mapapag-usapan natin yan. Their tribe might be in danger. So, kasi merong digmaan, no? Merong tribal war between the mangilis and the bontoks. So, medyo matapang din yung ating Manulato kasi pinakita niya yung realidad, nilagay niya yung sarili niya. Paano ba maging bata noong 1899? Paano makita yung mundo sa mata ng isang 10-year-old boy noong 1899, no, panahon na hindi pa siya pinapanganak, sa loob ng isang tribo na merong kaaway na kabilang tribo. No? And it's a warrior tribe na the boys are expected to train to become warriors and fight in this war na not of their making, no? So ano ngayon? So sinabi niyo na kanina, ewan ko kung uulitin ko na lang, sinabi ng iba kanina na hindi niya sinabi sa mga katribo niya na meron siyang naka-engkwentrong mangili. O bakit ba? No? At anong reflection nun tungkol sa kanya? What does it say about him? No, so question number one, why was it important for him to to tell na nakainkwento siya ng mangili sa labas, no? Pangalawa, bakit hindi niya sinabi? Tatlo pala yung tanong. Bakit hindi niya sinabi kaagad? At pangatlo, ano ang sinasabi nung hindi niya pagsabi tungkol sa sarili niya, about him as a boy? Malinaw ba yung tanong ko? Naintindihan niyo ba? Thanks will tell, Kuya Bodjie. Ano yun?
Yeah, Kuya Bodjie, I think Ja was like raising his hand earlier. He wished to add he would like to add something to the conversation. That's why.
Sorry, go Jao. Sorry.
Back in the day, blood feuds would happen, and that's if one member of the tribe kills another member of another tribe, and because of that, a tribal war happens.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a tribal war, it would mean honor to bring back the head of the enemy for revenge of what the enemy tribe did to your tribe. That's sort of how it works. That's why it was expected that each boy would train and become a warrior someday.
Mm-hmm.
Can they have a peace treaty? I'm not completely sure, but I think blood feuds. I've heard that blood feuds can be resolved, but then they usually last generations, because one person kills another person, and then because that one person killed another person kills another person. I think that's why. So that was my very long explanation.
Kuya Bodjie,
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt now. Ella and Rene Antonio Salcedo also raised their hand also. I'm just telling you now so that we can...
go.
Yeah.
Sino nauna? Si Ella?
I think yes, si Ella. Yeah, I saw Ella.
Yes po. I just want to digress on the question of Kuya Bodjie told us earlier. Why is there a motive behind some cats not telling ahead of time about the mangidi? So I just want to read page 104 of the Bone Talk. I gazed upon the glimmering courtyard, the children, the men and women, the young warriors, the ancients, all that I had always known, and all that I could lose. Why had I delayed? I had to tell the ancients about the mangidi. We were in danger. So, dun lang niya namulat sa kanya. It was only then that the young boy, realized that the village is really in danger because of the delay of not telling. But behind that, he wanted to have that little time of celebration with his dad. Because if you can go back to earlier chapters, he hugged his dad upon his return, was so excited, not minding about his adventures within the cave in the earlier chapters, or what Chuka is Chuka really wounded first. All he saw at that moment was his dad, and he wanted to hug his dad and have a little moment with him together, and not minding about anything in the world, not minding about the mangidi or the consequences of having the village be in danger. So, yun lang po.
Thank you, Ella. Sino pa yung isa? Si Rene?
Yes, sir, si Rene.
Si Rene.
Rene. Then Irene.
Why didn't some cat say that there's a mangili that he encountered? Why? Because he didn't want to risk his chances to have the cat.
Yes. Obsessed pa rin siya sa the cat, no? Yes. Anything? Yes, thank you, Rene. Anything more?
Irene, I think, raised her hand earlier.
Yeah, Irene.
Hi, good afternoon. For me, the reason why some cats disclosing encountering the mangili is because his father was a great warrior, and the mangili was able to escape. He wasn't not able to really cut the head, so he gave it to himself. But during the celebration and upon hearing that there's a war ongoing, and maybe there's a family around the corner while they are celebrating, that's the time that he realized that the tribe could be in danger.
Okay. Anybody else? Thank you, Irene. Meron pa? Si Dorothy. Tapos huli na si Ivy.
Hello. Good afternoon. I think already chatted my answer, but I'll just say it again. I think Samka doesn't. He knows that his father has already been or has already undergone a great ordeal when he was still in the lowlands, and he just doesn't want to raise a concern, or he doesn't want to alarm the whole tribe while they were celebrating his father's return. And he just wants I agree with the other person that I forgot her name. And I think he just want to like celebrate, and he just want to what I call that, parang he just want to spend that precious time with his father, not thinking about other things. I think that's the reason why he didn't
Okay.
tell that he encountered Mangili.
Sige, Dorothy. Salamat, Dorothy. O, Ivy.
I think there's the selfishness behind the choice not to tell everyone else, because as everybody else said, he wanted to, after a long time he was reunited with his father, so he wanted to spend more time, because if he reports it right away, there would be preparing for war, definitely. And I think that this mirrors the choice that his father made when he chose to kill the snake in the bone, what's that, the bone tree,
Tree of Bone.
the tree of bones. Because sometimes we have responsibility for our community, right? He's a warrior, meron silang beliefs, meron silang sacred beliefs. Pero nung dumating yung at point na yung anak niya kailangan i-save niya from the danger of the snake, he chose the son over the sacred belief. So there's selfishness, there's balancing. Kanina we're talking about the balancing, di ba? So there's balancing of the softness of the father and the becoming a warrior na merong mataas na position. So I think this mirrors then, and I think it's one way of Samka Jr. entering adulthood, because meron kang mga choices, may consequences yung choices mo eh. But yung choice niya is, community ko ba muna or myself? And then I think we'll see further in the story how this choice would affect them eventually. I haven't read past 18 kasi I don't want to spoil the ano eh. So I think that part is like mirroring each other's, the father and the son's actions.
Magandang punto de vista yun, Ivy, kasi sa akin, no, yung kaya ko tinatanong yung kung positive ba o negative. Sa isip ko talaga negative siya, pero parang nabigyan mo ng positive twist, no? Makes parang ginagawa niyang mas interesting yung kwento kasi hindi siya black and white. Ako kung naintindihan ng mga katulad kong bata o batang isip na siguro bahagi ng pagtanda yung pag-realize na hindi puti at itim lang ang buhay. Merong mga area sa gitna na hindi mo alam kung positive ba o negative, no? Merong ganyan na paano papaliwanag yun? Na minsan hindi madaling gumawa ng desisyon, no? Dahil pwedeng positibo, pwedeng negatibo, pwedeng nasa gitna, na minsan nakakalito rin, no? Pero nga sabi nga ni Ivy, meron lahat ng mga desisyon natin, merong consequences, ano ba consequences sa Tagalog? Merong nagbubunga, merong kinahihinatnan, may nangyayari dahil nagdesisyon tayo ng isang bagay, may nangyayari dahil sa ginawa nating desisyon. Minsan hindi maganda yung kinahihinatnan. Malalaman natin yung mamaya sa kwento. Sige.
Kuya Bodjie,
yes.
Meron pa ho si Krisha and Athena followed by Mel.
Sige.
Ako po nag-guess. So, actually, na-remind lang po ako. Kasi po, it's sa kawalan po ng integrity, someone like that, ni Samkat. Kasi po, during the first part of the story, when his father killed the snake, he immediately wanted to tell the ancients about it. So, nalaman po ng ancients. Pero, meron din po palang, secret si Samkad that, I forgot what the other secrets were. Pero one of them was about the mangili. So, medyo, like what Ate Ivy said, medyo nagkakaano siya. So, I just want to share that yung kawalan po ng integrity ni Samkad.
Kasi nagsinungaling din si... Hindi, baka tinutukoy mo yung incident na nag-play ng prank si Samkad.
Opo. Tsaka po si Little Lucky.
Tsaka si Little Lucky.
Opo.
Na nagsinungaling din sila, no, na sila yung nanloko do sa ancient na akala niya nakakita siya ng ahas na merong message para sa kanya, pero yung pala patay na ahas yun na hinila lang ng dalawang ni Samkad at tawa sila ng tawa doon sa matanda, akala totoo. So in other words, yun nga, parang bakit galit na galit ka sa tatay mo nagsinungaling siya? Ikaw rin naman nagsinungaling, di ba? Parang ganun kung tinitigan mo from bilang mambabasa. Sige, thank you.
Mel, sir.
Mel.
Creation Athena, thank you.
Hi, Melody.
Hi, Kuya Bodjie. Oo. Ang sa akin po ay siguro punto de vista uli ng isang thunders. No? Yung sometimes pag wini-withhold ka kasi na isang bagay sa ibang tao na hindi mo sinasabi yung totoo, parang sort of like blessings in disguise. I mean, I'm talking about it personally na hindi ko muna din tinitingnan na parang masama ba siya, na hindi ko ginawa yung decision na yon, or hindi ko muna isinambulat sa iba or para lang sa akin. Kasi sa kalaunan kasi pag when it's in the bigger picture na, katulad ng sabi ko kanina, minsan kasi yun nga, it turns out to be blessings in disguise that there will be more there's something good out of something bad that happens, and vice versa. Katulad ng sabi nyo na minsan ang makikita natin, akala kasi natin puti at itim lang, pero in between meron ding kagandahan at meron ding kulay bago mo masasabi na ay bakit ko nga ba hindi ginawa yon, or bakit ko nga ba ginawa yon. So yun yung para sa akin yung decision na yon ni Samkad na withholding information from his people and keeping it to himself. Parang it turned out to be a blessing in disguise for him and a blessing in disguise for the tribe. So ganun po.
Okay. Was it a blessing in disguise for the tribe? Anyway, sige, isa na lang, nagtaas ng kamay ka mo?
I think, sir, I think that's about it. I think Mel, yeah.
Si Leslie nakataas.
Leslie, raise your hand. Okay, hi.
Hi, good afternoon. Regarding Samkad not telling the truth about the mangili, pakiramdam ko, na-build up doon sa story na merong vacillation on his part of not of whether the mangili is there or not, because when he was able to make him unconscious and he told Loki about it, and then he was gone, and pakiramdam ko na merong totoo ba to, nangyari ba, or it might just be a figment of my imagination, because it would just be him and Luki, and when they were in the cave, he felt the face of Chuka, and there was someone who hit him probably. So I think that he was trying to assert the fact that was there really a mangili, and to think that he was covered with mud, so he doesn't even know if it was really a mangili. So I believe there's this vacillation in his part to was it a mangili or so something like that. So, kaya hindi siya, he cannot declare that, hey, I've encountered one. So that's my take on it.
Okay.
Mark,
one more,
Mark Christopher Nilo raised his hand. Mark?
Okay.
Hi, Kuya Bodjie. Can I be heard?
Sige, go, Mark.
Hi, Kuya Bodjie. I was watching Batibot then.
Okay.
uh,
Long
some
time ago.
some kid does yeah, some kid doesn't want to reveal that he encountered a mangili because he was told that he has to wait for Kimyo's arrival in order to gain the cut. Partly, if he will reveal that he lied along with Luki, it would seem that they were disobedient of the rules that were told to them. Also, we always regard children as non-liars, isn't it? Lagi tayong naniniwala na hindi nagsisinungaling yung mga bata. In one of my transits to Manila, I have encountered this adage posted in one of the universities there that uh, men who are not lying are children. What does it mean? Men who are not lying are children because part of the growing up process is the usage of white lies somehow, because we have to
Mm.
somehow bend the truth at times. For it's a coming of age story, and we have to accept that that part of the openness to the realities of life is that part that children starts to be oriented to these kinds of phenomenon. uh, Neither that is good, neither that is bad. We can't really say in particular of what the reasoning is. But then, uh, lying is bad, it is. But then there are times that it must be used for 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 maintaining a sense of balance to everybody. That is maintaining the balance for Samkad, for Luki, because they have disobeyed the rules. Somehow, maintaining also that sense of balance within the community, because there has to be a celebration because of Kimyo's return and his aunt. I guess that's it. Thank you po.
A very interesting conversation. Uh, Pati tuloy ako nalilito na about yung uh, what moral choices in life. Um, but siguro nga malalaman natin siguro yung resulta nung pagsisinungaling natin sa consequences niya, no? Mahabang talakayan to eh. But I'm glad that you brought it up, no? It adds color to ganun palang ka naaaliw ako na may marami tayong nakikitang mga detalye dun sa mga pangyayari, mga events in the story, no? Na siguro baka makakatulong na makausap natin yung manunulat about these things, no? Yung positive nga ba yung pagsisinungaling, no? O posibleng maging positive yung kasi di ba tinuturo natin sa mga bata, huwag magsisinungaling, no? Pero alam din naman natin na ako as I grew up as a boy, that I did tell white lies when I was to save my ass, to save myself to begin with. Pero yun nga sa akin, yun selfish yung dahilan ko for doing that, no? Because I wanted to save myself. But iba yung sinasabi natin na kasi gusto ni Samkad na i-celebrate yung makapag-celebrate yung tatay niya at yung village makapag-celebrate din. Pero hindi kasi panganib, no? Panganib doon sa parang maaring malagay kayo sa panganib, yung posibilidad ng panganib, kahit sabihin natin na nagdududa siya na mangili ba yun? Nandun ba siya? Totoo ba yung naranasan ko? But the fact that, this is my take, no? The fact that danger to the tribe is involved or might be involved, whether totoo man o hindi, no? Para sa akin, dapat kumilos ako, kung nasa kapangyarihan, kumilos ako para lang mapagsabihan yung mga tao na posibleng malagay sa panganib dahil panganib yun, no? Palagi ko responsibilidad ko yun. Ayun. Siguro kaya ko rin nabanggit yung manunulat kasi may sorpresa kami para sa susunod na linggo. Well, 5:80 na. Dadalawin tayo sa ating Bone Talk book lab, sa pagtalak sa Bone Talk sa ating book lab ng no other than Candy Gourlay. She'll be with us next week. So please don't fail to make it to the book club meeting next week because pwede nating tanungin directly. Pwede ko bang, Brian, kung meron silang gustong katanungan kay Candy, pwede ba nilang ipadala sa NBDBD via messenger or something para mapili natin?
Opo, no. Doon po sa mga nag-reply po sa email kasi nagpadala po kami ng email for you to reconfirm. Pwede niyo padala yung mga katanungan niyo po para kay Ma'am Candy, no, so that maihanda po natin kasi we want to make the most out of her time with her. So please, no, since you replied, you confirmed that you are joining, no, to that email also. Maybe you can also show your questions there too, no? Put your questions there.
Yes, and you may also send your questions. You can write it here as well in the chat box if you have questions already, or you just email programs@nbdb.gov.ph.
Yes. And it will be very special because, especially to kasi si Candy Gourlay ay napaka-busy ngayon dahil sinusulat niya yung sequel dito sa nobelang ito. She's busy writing the sequel. Maybe we could ask her about kung ano yung sinusulat niya, no? Dahil syempre kailangan natin bilhin yung libro. Pero kumbaga maglalaan siya ng oras sa atin kasi meron siyang deadline na binigay ng publisher. So maswerte tayo that she's giving a part of her time for us, for meeting us, for her meeting us next week. So, siguro mabilisan na lang, no? Madami pa akong mga katanungan dito pero ano na lang siguro ano lang mga damdamin, siguro mga 1 or 2 words. I want to hear from those who we haven't heard. Reactions, feelings, learnings. May natutunan ba kayo about reading, about growing up? O lalo ba namin kayong nalito?
Kuya Bodjie, gusto niyo bang kayo magtawag sa kanila? Baka nahihiya eh. You can call them, see their
Sige,
names.
yung mga hindi ko pa naririnig, siguro si Kuya Jade. Narinig ko na ba si Kuya Jade kanina? Hi Jade. Anything? May natutunan ka ba? Natuwa ka ba sa amin? Nabuwisit ka ba sa amin?
No, I think, sir, growing up is, well, honestly, I haven't read the book yet.
Okay.
Yes, but for me, growing up is part of our life, and since we became children once and for all, I do think that we should also realize that the importance of becoming a children or becoming a kid once and for all is to enjoy our life. To enjoy our life because in the first place we were just kids and we cannot enjoy it until we cannot enjoy it to the fullest. Sir, I've grown up. In 2002, I watched UN Porfirio enjoying as I watched Apple in 2002, and for me, those kind of era or those kind of days or like for me, sir, those are very enjoyable days, and I cannot for me, sir.
Sige. Kaya lang we weren't hindi ka namin tinuruan na maging mandirigma, Jade.
No, sir. No, sir, but kanina po.
Para ibang kaso yata yung, paano turuan si Jade na humawak ng kalasag at saka
Hindi po. Nakarelate lang po kanina when you're asking several questions for the letter A, letter B, and letter C. I remembered you asking the children on the front of the television, pag narinig nyo ang ting.
Ting, ting. Okay. Sige. Okay. Salamat, Jade. Sige.
Okay, thank you.
Salamat. Eto, may nakikita akong magandang bata rito sa ilalim. I see a pretty little girl here below my screen named Clara. Clara. Hi, Clara. Yes?
Clara here.
Hi, Clara. Were you listening to our discussion? Ano ka ba? Tagalog, Filipino, English? How should I speak to you? With what language should I speak to you?
What?
Were you listening to the discussion and did you learn anything from it?
Yeah, I heard a bit. It's just I can't I'm not very good at Filipino.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we were speaking in English part of the time or sometimes.
How did you feel about the story, Clara?
Yes.
It was very nice and kind of emotional. Yeah.
Great.
Great. Teka ha. Sige. Thank you, Clara. How old are you, Clara?
I'm 8 years old in 15 days technically. I'm turning 9.
Yay. Advanced happy birthday, Clara. Teka ha, let me say thank you. One last siguro. Let's end at 5:30. Sino ba
Mary Rose?
Huh?
Mary Rose Lagunsad.
Sige, Mary Rose is raising her hand. Yes. Yes, Mary Rose.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Teacher Rose from Valenzuela City. I'm a public school teacher, and Kuya Bodjie, I'm the niece of Adrian Romero, your good friend.
Okay, hi.
Yeah, my mom and Adrian are siblings.
Talaga?
My mom is Ana Maria Romero.
Ana Maria, yes, I remember Ana Maria. I grew up with them.
I've been listening intently to these kids and to the participants, and I really appreciate all their responses, and I can see the vulnerability is at play in the story and how the characters are being pushed and pulled by this, and we can see how becoming vulnerable in many aspects and how we respond to it as we go along. Like, how do we respond to being vulnerable to this aspect as a child and to this aspect as an adult? And may I also mention a big thanks to NPDB for organizing this. This is also a big help for teachers like me. And I tried my best to somehow learn a lot from this experience and be able to, if I may echo or share the experience to my students. And these kids are very lucky to be able to have a copy of Phone Talk. In fact, when NBDB announced, I immediately, I rarely open my Shopee app on my phone, but this time, no. I bought this as a gift for myself because I did a project last year, and this is some sort of a reward for me. So thank you so much, NBDB. Thank you so much, Kuya Bodjie.
Congratulations for whatever project you did.
Yes.
I'm sure you did it excellently. Regards to your mom.
Yes po, nakarating po.
Sige. Salamat. Ano tinuturo mo, Mary Rose, by the way?
I'm teaching English in a public school here in Valenzuela City. I'm also currently the school's English coordinator, and I'm currently also the outgoing program director of Pinoy Reading Buddies.
Oh, okay. Hi. Madami pa ako sasabihin sa'yo, but later na lang. Please come back next week.
Yes po.
Meron pang gustong magsalita? Yes,
Rene.
Ay, ako po ngayon ng nanay.
Hello, nanay.
Yes.
Ano pa pangalan ni nanay?
Nadia.
Nadia.
Maraming salamat. Thank you, NBDB and Kuya Bodjie. Very inspiring tong session natin today. Rio read Candy Gourlay's novel, yung Tall Story.
Whole story.
Yeah, he read it on his own. So, ibang experience pala yung magulang at saka yung bata. Sabay na nagbabasa. So this is iba yung experience today talaga na maririnig mo siya tapos meron ka ring sariling pananaw mo. And encouraging siguro yung parents no na nandito na maganda yung experience na sabay kayong nagbabasa ng anak mo. Actually, hindi nga kami sabay. Nauna pa siyang natapos. Kaya ang sinasabi niya ngayon, nanay, may mga spoilers. so it's really a very inspiring session. Lalo na marami ring nag-share na bata at saka matanda. No? At matanda talaga, thunders, no? Kasi
aray, masakit yung sinasabi mo.
Masakit. Kuya Bodjie. Kasi yun nga, no, hindi isa lang yung character na marami tayong pwedeng tignan talaga sa kanila. So natututo, ang pinakamaganda is natututo tayo, no, tayong mga matatanda o mga magulang sa ating mga anak. So maraming salamat sa opportunity na ito.
Salamat, Nadia. Salamat, Rene. Ilan taon na si Rene, Nadia?
10 years old, Kuya Bodjie. 10.
Kaedad ni Sam Cad.
Oo nga.
Salamat. Hey, nahulog yung libro ko. Sorry. Yung libro ko. Okay. Sino pa? Salamat. So, siguro kung siguro tapusin na siguro natin dito o
Kuya Bodjie, we're over time na po.
Yes,
sorry.
yes. So, maraming salamat at sana magkita ulit tayo next week dahil nandito para matap yung darating na yung exciting part nung libro, alam ni Rene yan, no? At malalaman ng mga hindi pa nakakabasa. So, see you next week, May 15 we'll be tackling chapter 19 to the epilogue of Bone Talk. At kung gusto niyo, bilhin niyo na rin yung susunod na libro. Kung coming of age ng isang batang lalaki, coming of age naman ng isang batang babae, ang Banana Heart Summer. Ang setting naman niya 1960s sa Bicol, sa paanan ng Mayon Volcano. O hindi ba? Ito naman ito punto de vista ng bata, ito punto de vista ng isang dating bata na tumanda na binabalikan niya yung kanyang buhay nung siya 12 years old. So, good. Brian or Charisse, would you like
Thank
to?
you.
Yes.
Thank you, Kuya Bodjie. That
Thank you,
was
Charisse.
very insightful, and we would like to thank all of our participants here today, the young ones and the young at heart. And we would also like to give a big thanks to Miss Sandra Padilla or Tita Sandra of National Bookstore and Anvil. She's the one that was able to get us the very, very nice discount for our books via Shopee and Lazada. And also, she's the one that knows all of the publishers. So kung may questions kayo, she's here. Hi, Tita Sandra!
Hi! May discount din si
Ayun.
in the Bobbies.
Okay.
So if you would all like to purchase it and read it for the next
summer.
Yay! If you'd like
Thank
to
you for
read
reading Bone Talk.
Thank you for bringing it to the Filipino public.
Also, before we end, we would just like to let you know that for those of you that are here today, we will be sending you another link for next week. So please watch out for that. And again, if you have any questions, you can email us at programs@nbdb.gov.ph. And again, salamat po to all of you. Let's take a picture, Brian.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Guys, I need your
Bodjie
video.
sa aking buhok.
Okay, everyone smile.
1, 2.
Okay, page 2. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, salamat everyone.
Salamat sa inyong lahat. Young
Thank
and
you,
old.
Kuya Bodjie.
Thank you po sa lahat.
Guys.
Bye.
NBDB, please stay.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Guys,
you so
thank you.
much.
Bye.
Kuya
It's my
Bodjie.
nanay's birthday today.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
Uy,
birthday,
Nanay!
Happy birthday.
happy birthday!
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Small.
Okay.
Happy Mother's Day.
Mother's
Thank you,
Bye.
Kuya
Day.
Bodjie. Thank you, NBDB.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you,
Hey,
Ate Mel,
Melody.
for coming, for joining.
Bye po. Bye po.
Kuya Bodjie, stay muna tayo.
Sige, ito nga, hindi pa ako umaalis.
Kasi yun.
Nalaglag yung libro ko.
Grant, let's show our faces, no?
Thank
Ma'am
you.
Mel,
Thank
babay
you.
po muna.
Bye, Miss Mel.
Melody. Si paring nakapakahusay na tagapagkwento.
Kwentista pala siya.
Oh, yes.
She did our, Miss Mel, di ba you did our buklatan last month, no?
Oh, okay. Hi. Hi, ma'am.
May sakit ka, Melody? May pause ka or something?
Yeah, maano lang po yung throat ngayon. Medyo masakit lang po. Pero okay naman.
Magaling ka.
Kaya rin ha. Thank you po, Miss Cherries. Thank you, Sir.
Thank you po.
Bye-bye po.
Okay, can you stop recording lang, Grant? Could you stop recording? Ay, hindi. Ako yata yun. Stop recording.